You're listening to Thursday Mornings with Alex and Don.
T-Mad.
Don is a pastor with 38 years experience.
And Alex is just as curious as you. We look at the most important
and interesting questions about the Bible and Christian faith.
So let's talk about it.
Pastor Don.
Alex,
Happy Easter.
happy Easter to you.
Happy Easter to you guys.
Happy Easter.
He is risen.
He has risen indeed.
What a great day.
It is. It is a great day because we get to celebrate something that culminates the Christian faith.
Yes.
In one way or another, when we celebrate Easter, we're looking forward to 1 Corinthians 15. It's not only remembering Jesus' resurrection, but also setting the pace for the fact that, you know what, you and I are going to be resurrected too.
Yeah.
And in that glory, we're going to see each other in heaven. And Jesus sets the stage by his own resurrection. The whole of our Christian faith hinges upon the resurrection.
Yes.
In fact, when Paul talks in Romans chapter 10, 9 and 10, there's two things. You need to believe that Jesus Christ is Lord, and secondly, that God raised him from the dead.
Yeah.
And I think, well, we pass over that. Oh, yeah, I believe he's raised.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to take it a little bit more seriously.
Yeah.
This Easter morning, do you really understand that Jesus Christ was risen from the dead? And that it was a precursor of the resurrection that we as Christians will have.
Okay.
And so Jesus was raised on that morning. You know, the stone was rolled away and the claws were there present and all nicely. Must have really good angels, you know?
Yep.
And they folded them up nice for the disciples to see. Mary came first. And so she didn't go down in the tomb. She just looked from afar. But very neat angels, you know, having things tidy and
nice and
in its
picked up and
place.
clean,
Yes. Yeah. And even so, Jesus was raised, and we know that he was in the garden area yet, and we have Mary engaging him in John's Gospel. And she doesn't realize that it's Jesus yet.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks it's a gardener, and so she pleads with that being as to, well, okay, if you know where they've laid his body.
Yeah. Tell me. And he just says Mary. That's all it takes. Just the way he said her name. And then she realizes it's Jesus and calls him Rabbi. And in that noticing, she realizes, hey, this resurrection thing is not fiction. Here he is. Because she wants to grab him. And he says, not yet. I have not yet ascended. And so we realize that the body he didn't want it grabbed yet. Yeah.
What's interesting then, by that evening, when he's with the disciples in Galilee, then he says, yeah, stick your finger here. Yeah, here, stick it inside.
Right.
Because I'm resurrected. I'm here. And Thomas wasn't there. And then Thomas has said, well, okay, unless I stick my finger in his hands and in his side, I won't believe he's resurrected.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the opportunity.
Yes, he did.
He did. So this resurrection body, and we know he ate, is real. Can you imagine what it would be like to believe in Jesus Christ, but not believe that he's God enough,
right,
to be resurrected from the dead?
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. Because then when you get to Paul's writings, and he writes twice about this resurrection that we will have, and our bodies made like his own glorious body. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's null and void. If we don't believe these passages of the Gospels that he was raised from the dead, how can we believe that he'd raise us from the dead? Then what does that do to the concept of the hereafter and heaven that's talked about in Revelation? So what I'm getting back to and just wanting to cut to this Easter Sunday morning, folks, he's alive.
Indeed.
And not only alive in that day, he's alive right now. And the resurrection is real. And what I'd like to spice your Easter Sunday morning with is the fact he's risen because he loves you and he wants to call you to a deeper relationship with him. And he's put in place then your resurrection because he not only wants to love you in this life, he's going to love you forevermore. The resurrection, hey, he's alive, he lives,
You're right.
is a celebration that we as Christians need to embrace because it's the joy of this walk that he's given us.
Absolutely. That's one thing that has been like a staple in this community is texting if they're away, or first thing when you see someone on Easter morning is he is risen, and they say he is risen indeed.
Yes. And if that's just a brain fart on your phone, I'm sorry. In my life, it's a reality.
Yeah.
He is alive.
Yes. What a joy.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm ready for Sunday.
That's right. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We will see you again next week at Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. God bless every one of you.
Bye. Thanks again for joining us for this week's episode. We are both having a ton of fun making these videos and episodes. And if you're having fun too, please tell a friend about this and help us to grow this mission. Thank you and God bless.